When my kitchen feels cluttered, my mind does too. It's amazing how quickly the energy of this space mirrors the rhythm of our days. The pantry especially. It's where so much of our nourishment begins. And when it starts to feel overfull or chaotic, it's usually a sign that life has been moving a bit too fast. I've learned that a kitchen reset isn't really about cleaning. It's about clearing space. Space for calm, for creativity, for cooking that actually feels joyful again. So today I'm pulling everything out and giving the space a breath of fresh air. There are always things tucked away at the back, little half-used bags, spices I meant to use, something that got pushed behind a bulk jar. And it's funny because I pride myself on cooking mostly from scratch, but even in a real food kitchen, things slip out of sight. If I don't pause to check in, I lose track of what we already have. Then I find myself repurchasing the same ingredients. Oats, flour, rice, coconut cream, spices for sure, all because I couldn't see them. That's the hidden mental load of food, trying to remember what's where, what's running low, what needs using up. And it's exhausting when it builds up silently in the background. As I sort through the shelves, I'm thinking about balance. How to keep a pantry that supports cooking from scratch, but doesn't overflow with too many choices. I love having the basics on hand. Good olive oil or avocado oil, a jar of local honey, a few simple grains, the nuts we actually use, the flours I bake with often. Those are the ingredients that make it easy to pull together real food without overthinking. But when the shelves are filled with too many options, it actually slows me down. I start spending more time deciding what to cook, or worse, feeling guilty about what's sitting unused. So this reset is about simplifying, paring things back to what truly supports the rhythm of how we eat, and discovering what I need to buy more of. I think there's this misconception that cooking from scratch means having everything stocked and ready. 10 kinds of flour, endless spices, bulk bins of every legume. But over time, I've realised that what really matters is knowing our rhythm. What do we actually eat week to week? What feels good in this season? What brings comfort, energy, and flow to our family table? Once you know that, your pantry can reflect it, simply, beautifully, and without excess. I keep my jars labelled, mostly because it saves me from mental clutter. When I can see what we have, the rice, the oats, the lentils, I can cook more intuitively. Meals start to feel like a natural rhythm again, instead of something I have to plan in a spreadsheet. That visibility also helps reduce waste. Nothing gets lost, nothing goes stale at the back of the shelf. And that in itself feels like a small act of mindfulness, caring for what we already have before adding more. Sometimes I think about how much energy goes into feeding a family. Not just the cooking, but the remembering, the deciding, the buying, and the storing. And I wonder how much lighter it could feel if we gave ourselves permission to simplify. To say, this is enough. These are our core ingredients, our nourishing staples. Everything else is optional. It's not about strict minimalism, it's about rhythm. A flow that makes everyday cooking feel sustainable, not stressful. As I refill these jars, I'm reminded that food made from scratch doesn't have to be elaborate. It's about presence, being connected to what you're making. A loaf of bread, a pot of broth, a jar of soaked oats. Simple things that bring us back to centre. When my pantry reflects that simplicity, I'm not scrambling for ideas at 5 p.m. The decision fatigue eases. Cooking becomes creative again. I've also learned to give myself grace. There are seasons where the pantry looks perfect, everything decanted, every label aligned, and others where life gets busy and things just pile up. And that's okay. This reset isn't about judgment. It's about gently returning to awareness, noticing what's serving us and letting go of what's not. If you've been feeling a little scattered, or like your kitchen's gotten ahead of you, maybe this is your invitation too. To pause, to open those shelves, to notice what's there and what's been forgotten. To refill what you love and release what you don't need right now. Because when our environment supports us, we move through our days with more ease. And in a family home, that flow truly matters. I love how light it feels now. Clean shelves, ingredients visible, space to breathe. Tomorrow, when I walk in here to make breakfast, I'll feel that calm. It changes the tone of the whole day. When the kitchen flows, the family flows. If you're craving that same sense of rhythm and ease, you might love the Family Flow Starter Kit. It's filled with gentle rituals and tools to bring this energy into your daily life. And if you're ready to fill your refreshed pantry with real food flavour, watch my next video, 3 seed oil free condiments you'll actually use. They're the simplest way to start cooking from scratch again. Here's to creating space for what truly nourishes us, in our kitchens and in our hearts. See you next week, friends.